All right, all right, all right. We are here live on a new day to be great. This is Camille. I am the founder of We Got This Mind and Body, and I'm super excited to be coming to you this terrific Thursday with an amazing, amazing woman that was started off as one of my clients, has now become one of my dear friends. And she is coming up here today to talk to all of us about her story and her experience of a year of wellness and what that meant for her. So I know when we hear the word wellness, the first thing we think about is fitness and nutrition or any of that kind of great stuff. But there's so much more to wellness than just that. It is about when you set that mind that you're ready to make that change, it's also understanding that during that change, your mind is going to have to shift to the place that where you've expanded and you've been able to grow. Because when we do that mind shift, we are also growing on who we are becoming. And when we really understand who we're becoming through wellness, getting a deeper sense of self awareness, self love, and self care, we'll start to see that everything that we desire, especially in our wellness, was always there for us to achieve. So, if you are here tuning in live, would love to hear where you're tuning in from. Just put in the comments there where you are. Would love to know. And also, what does wellness mean to you? Write in the comments what wellness means to you. So, as you know, I am all about encouraging us busy, I like to say, as AF women. Yes, busy AF women to learn to prioritize living that healthier lifestyle so that we can have so much more energy, productivity, and most important, confidence. And knowing that it's not about disliking your body, it's about loving yourself so very much that you want to nourish it, you want to pour into it, and you want to see it elevate as you expand and grow in this beautiful thing called life. And that's what I do here at We Got This. And it's so exciting when I get to hear from my clients their experiences and what they have gotten from this amazing, amazing program, all about wellness in all different areas of life. There's so many areas of life of wellness. And I just am so excited again to have this amazing lady, Miss Souhaila. She has been working with me now for about 13 months. And I'll tell you something. When she first started with me, she started with me with the ideas in her head. Well, I can't really move my body this way. I'm not able to do that. I've had this going on. I've had that going on. I have my stomach doesn't, my stomach digestion, I may not be able to eat all these. I can't, I don't know. I'm not sure. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. And I said to her, all right, girlfriend, as I always say, everything can be modified. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to hound into your clarity. We need to hound into getting that mind set so that when the mind is set, we can start shifting it towards the person that she is desiring to become. And through that, she discovered not only the power of her voice, but truly to understand that all the power she ever thought she didn't have was always within her. And that the limitations that she used to put on herself, her physical limitations, there were never any physical limitations. She had assumed that because of what, we see on the media, or, maybe because of how before she had her surgeries. So this is when we get stuck in how we were before, as opposed to adapting and evolving on who we are becoming. And as she went through this journey, not only did she expand in her mindset, but she also proved to herself that she could do every single workout, every single meal plan that worked with her. And so much that even her doctors tell her, whatever you're doing, you're not allowed to stop. You're not allowed to stop because whatever you're doing, this is the most improvement that we've seen. But you know what? It all started here. I'm going to take that back, actually. It started the day that she decided to say yes to herself and invest in herself and really take the time to work into herself. And when I say this, I'm not saying that every moment that she was in this program, it was smooth sailing, because it wasn't. There was a lot of adversity that she had to go through within her mindset, within her body transitioning, and also getting to know her new self, even on a greater, deeper level. Those are all different areas of wellness that she went through. And it's absolutely beautiful. because at the end, it's not even the end, this is just the beginning. But to see, not only is she doing the movements and eating the great food that she knows that she needed to eat, and that mindset shift. You know what, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna let her tell you how much weight she's lost in this last year. In this last year. It's not about excessive workouts and fad diets. It truly is about loving the skin that you're in. Yes, Miss Coral from across the pond coming to us live from England. I see you. I'm so appreciative of you here. And without further ado, I am going to pull up my dear friend, Miss Souhaila.
Hey, 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 it's a new day to be great, as I love to say. I'm so excited to be here this morning. Well, this morning in California. Love to know where everybody is tuning in from with my dear, dear friend, Camille Jones. As she said, this year, just looking back with so much gratitude over this year, and now stepping in, as shifting to that woman that I am. And it truly is, a lot of times when we look at wellness, and Camille talked about modifications. Um, Modifications, I mean, in life will hit us with a lot. And then she talked about, the limitations that I had at the beginning. And I went through a lot, with my back. I had three back surgeries in the past. But it was, I realized, and so as Camille shared with you, I said, I can't, and the limits. But as I always love to share, and over the course of a year, um, with the love, with the grace, with the understanding, truly, and I'm going to talk more in a minute, but it truly was taking that step back, because we always want to work from the outside in, and we're so much more than a result. We are, it was myself realizing and learning that, yes, understanding the person, everything that is about me, the uncomfortable parts, the hard parts, the past, being able to release that. And when we spend time reframing, and when Camille talks about mindset, we did that inner work. And when you start with that love first, and that was one of the, and she'll tell you, and I'm so happy to share it, was one of the biggest things, was giving myself that grace,
Yes.
giving
And you
myself that time to understand, to nurture, to learn how to love it, to because we are so diverse and unique. So we compare, as I love to say, we have the template that we're supposed to be, the woulds, the could, the should have to, and usually we start from the outside in, so that um, we can find that result, that quick fix result, and then we can then be accepted. We will be loved, and most importantly, my most important is worthy.
yes,
And
you
in
know,
my inner work, that's been my most important transformation, is that loving myself, truly loving myself first, and how we speak to ourselves, that language, that self-awareness, understanding our own emotions, and that love into my inner me, because it's and as Camille will say more, it's always been us.
yes. And Sahila, just to put a little context to your
Yes.
background so the audience knows. So Suhaila has had multiple surgeries on her back that
Mhm.
has unfortunately has affected her posture. So when I had initially met Sahila, her posture was, it wasn't the best. It was really low. Like, so where her neck is right now in her head, she was, yeah, exactly like that. So when she would talk, she couldn't up here, right? And then when she did come with me, again, she was looking on her outside in, saying,
Mhm.
well, I these workouts look great, but I can't even do anything outside of a chair. Like I can't stand up and do these workouts. I can't do that. I can't do this. And I said, first, honey child, let's get to know you first. Let's get to know. I know, because another thing that I used to do a lot, Sahila, is she used to talk a lot about her past self. So
Yes.
much. It was all about her past. She was living her past before all of the ailments that happened with her, when she was living in Paris, all these kind of great, great stuff. But it was also like as if she was mourning herself for not being the person that she was back then. But there was one activity that we did where I saw a massive change, and that to me was like the catapult, a change. And again, we did a lot of inner work before we actually even started with her exterior, because she had a lot of stuff that she needed to love about herself first. And when we did that activity where we were forgiving ourselves and forgiving our past with their letters, the best one was when we had our one-on-one and you just burst out crying. And the cry was the massive release. And you know what, Souhaila? Ever since then, you have not cried like that. You have not had that feeling of lack of, because there was also people like you also realized that were great in your past and they still love you, but they were making you feel a kind of way that you didn't even realize it until you released it. And from that, it was like she had found exactly what you just ended off with, your worth. You saw your worth and you're like, wait, I got something for you. She kept on going. And then of course, when it comes to having an accountability coach, and especially to myself, I always say everything can be modified. But I didn't want it to just be stagnant. Like, yes, we did a lot of workouts in the chair, but Souhaila is also a woman who loves to dance, who loves expression. So why should she be limited by the chair that she's in? So what did we do? What kind of workouts did we do with the chair?
Oh
And
my goodness. And the thing is, we started in the chair with my posture initially, just getting my core strong and just working with the movement like this,
yes,
slowly but surely. But when you really hone in to hound down on who the person you are, your strengths, your desires, and really that release of that past, but only because you are, when you get to know the inner you, and
yeah,
that's something we can talk much more about. But when you say yes to that inner you, and when you truly love yourself first every single day, and you give yourself that grace and that love and that time, you just realize that you have so much more. And then you say, instead of worrying about even in my future what I lacked or the place in my life, because some of us, because we don't have the white picket fence, or we don't have the ideal or the norm. And I learned to celebrate my own journey, the joy in my own journey. And now I'm flying, but I love to dance. And so we started out in the chair.
mhm,
And then I love music. And so she would give me great chair dances. And then slowly we would work with, we eventually worked with bands. And then now I am up dancing. And baby, you can, and if anyone that tells you you cannot get great legs and get a great core in the chair, let me tell you, because we do and then Camille, what she did was she created, as I love to say, those building blocks of not just my movement trajectory and journey. And as I would progress, she would always challenge me. So it's about understanding your own. Once I understood how to nourish, as I love to say, it's building into ourselves. When we build into ourselves, and we truly see and truly see who we are, and then and who we are becoming, both that masterpiece and that work in progress. And now looking forward to the future with excitement, with a joy. But the most beautiful thing, this is a new quote that I have, is
mhm.
the most beautiful reflection is the one that I see. Looking at myself in the mirror, when you truly love the you that you are, and you're walking in that energy, the relationships, and then those, when you're saying yes to that inner you, with that, the perseverance, as I say, it's that guard, it's that those building blocks made out of love, for our movement, for our nourishing. But that inner work with self-awareness, acknowledging our emotions,
Yes,
that
acknowledge.
was a huge thing. You remember, Camille,
Yeah.
when we did writing those letters to those people that may have hurt us, because many times we're told not to acknowledge our emotions. And as you guys know, you follow Camille in her Dear Camille's. Those have been very special to me. And then I love to write. So I've now found so many new strengths and passions. And now because I am expressing and exuding that me, that
Mhm.
truly, that confidence within. And I see it's that saying that yes to the inner me, loving ourselves first, which that takes time to do that. And we did a lot of work on that, and it takes time. But the joy and the peace in my heart that I have is, and I like to say, it's the truest, biggest gift, becoming your biggest investment in becoming your biggest reward. I became my own love story
Mm,
because you remember, Camille, a lot of it was about love and finding love and finding that person, whether it's with a friend or with a potential partner,
mhm.
to fill who we to fill us within. But when that love, when we experience it within us ourselves, it's life changing. Saying I'm worthy.
It is. And you know what? That is so, this is what I love about your story, Souhaila. And, it really does inspire me to maybe document others that have now joined the community, because I wish I
Mhm.
had it all documented, because to see your growth, to see your expansion is amazing. And the best part is through that growth, not only did you learn and grow to understand and love yourself more than anything in this entire world, but you have lost what, 60 plus pounds?
62 pounds in 1 year.
Yes, 62 pounds. She is also one of our leads. So we have a community now too. And she is now one of our main community members. And it is an amazing wellness community of women of diverse backgrounds, all different walks of life, that are truly coming together in the name of peace, love, and joy of
Yes.
within ourselves. So through our own journey, we've really experienced and seen the value of having that community alongside with us in our wellness. And how has that been since? So I introduced Souhaila to my greater community a few months ago, and she's just killing it in there. And I'd love to
Mhm.
know how you've been feeling with the extension of having our wellness sisters with us.
Oh, I absolutely love, love, love it. And things come. I, I, I just was talking to Camille about this other day, but things truly come in divine timing, and it truly was in that place, at this 1 year. And when you do truly know who you are, and those people, those when you're saying yes to you, those opportunities that align with, you're going to see those opportunities that align with your heart and spirit. So just being in community, which is so diverse, which is beautiful, because celebrating our own diversity, because we are not called to be, we are not meant, in our bodies, in our hearts and souls, to we are so diverse. um so it's just, having that unity and having that support and love with those who, just that encouragement. And I've been able to grow even more in my mindset. I've been able to grow even more in how I'm nourishing my body. And so challenging myself in beautiful new ways, and getting out, and also using my voice like I am today,
Yeah.
and just celebrating that. And Camille has a program. It's called Because I Have a Voice. And as you remember, Camille, we went through, there's letters, and it's something that I'm so excited to share with all of you. But I, as I said, I love to write, but each one of those letters has been to me, I know that emancipation, when it talks about mindset, emancipating our minds, because that the biggest muscle, and even, by the way, my back, as she said, my back is stronger than ever. They have never seen me healthier, but it's how I feel within,
Yeah.
how I truly feel within myself, that peace and joy and love. And in this community, we're building into ourselves and each other. So it's just been amazing. And and stepping into, you know, for example, now we're having a journey about our learning more about our gut health,
Yeah.
learning more about, and the workouts, and the movement. Everything can be modified just in our lives. As Camille said, I've got, there's adversity that comes along. There will be. There's ebbs and flows, and winter and spring, um, in our past, in our. But it's when you, and the new thing in our community is, when you truly, that perseverance and courage,
Yes.
it really truly does come from that love, that saying yes to you when you meet a new challenge, and giving yourself when we are navigating. Because you remember, Camille, I used to go through in my, it is about the progress and the process. So people telling you that you should be, it's a lifelong, journey. But people telling you that you should be in this place at this time, no, that's not true. So emancipating myself from not only my own limiting beliefs,
Yes.
but so I'm cultivating. And now that I know who I am, I'm cultivating, as I said, becoming my own love story, my own why. Now I'm leaning into my passions and my purpose. So whatever you have gone through, and that's what I want to tell others, is that I truly want to encourage everybody to know that you can define yourself. Define yourself like I do. As Camille first and Souhaila before we are anybody else, because that we truly give that love in full, and navigating those difficulties with so much more flow and ease, because you're learning through that self-awareness and taking that time to sit, to understand, to write into yourself, to love into yourself even more during those times. And only we know. So when we have that self-understanding, that self-awareness, we truly know what we need.
Absolutely. But you know what? I want to say, as you're speaking, and you forgot to leave one amazing information about the community that we're in.
Yes, yes, yes.
Souhaila is, again, she's in the community now, but she's already making a name for herself in there. They've already, so many people have come and said, wow, Souhaila has such a leadership mentality, a leadership personality. And you know what that says to me? That says to me, of course, you've always had it, but what's really shining now is your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence in yourself. You had so much limited beliefs because of your physical stature. Again, everybody, when she first came to me, I don't know if we could have given eye contact because the
No.
position of her son. She would always talk about the lack of love that she was not getting from a significant other and blaming maybe herself, her physical. But when we went through all of that journey of that mind shifting and loving thyself and doing the work from my program, because I have a voice. So she did that too in combination with our workouts. So while we were doing this, people, I want to make it clear that while we were doing this, Souhaila was still moving her body. Not exactly where she is now. Of course, she's moving it like crazy. Again, it started with simple movements, like she showed. Remember, because of her neck, she had to do it was just understanding her body awareness. And then also, we were not that we were pushing the limit and saying, let's just try this, try that. We were always working alongside with her doctors. And you know what? The doctor, like, what are you doing? Just keep on doing it. So it went from this to this and then to standing up, using her chair, all these different gradual steps. But along the way, she was also developing who she was becoming. And I'm telling you all, we're now in this community. So I partnered up with an amazing community that has amazing workouts, amazing meal ideas. The most important part of it is the support that we get. And when she came into this community, everyone was just like, oh, all the necks were turning in a great way. They're like, who is this amazing lady? We need her vibration. Let's get her going. Let's go. So this is what, for me, the biggest change I've seen in you, Souhaila, is your confidence. You're standing up and showing up. I heard yesterday you were in a connected collab room, and one of our fellow people called me this morning. Goes, oh my gosh, Souhaila was in the Zoom. She's half the size she was the last time I saw her. Oh my gosh! And her head is sticking right up. What did you guys do? What is going? Yeah, so she was just like, she went off this morning because from yesterday, I guess, yeah, I wasn't in the Zoom, but I guess you showed yourself, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So she was like, oh my gosh, it was like a whole new person that I saw. And I was like, you know what, that's great. Everyone recognizes the aesthetics, but what really shines to me the most in you, Souhaila, is that internal. The fact that even in your church, there was times where she wouldn't speak up because she felt her voice was not loud enough, or that she'd be judged, or this and that. Now you see Souhaila's right up in the mix. She's talking to everybody. She's really being that advocate for wellness, an advocate for wellness, and that's what I love about what you do. And I keep on telling her, I think this is just the beginning with her own mission of wellness, because there's so much that you could show so many other people that may feel because of a past surgery or limiting beliefs in their especially their spine, that they're unable to do anything else. And there are so many people that would love to be a part of that journey, but they're still stuck in that human state of I can't do this. And I really believe, Souhaila, I'm putting it out there. I'm really putting it out there as something I really see you doing, is being that voice, being that advocate, being that example of, yes, we can. Everything can be modified. Let's start setting our mind to make that change so that we can shift it into who we are becoming and reap the rewards of everything that our body desires. And you see it, right? Like, look, I just, oh, I wish I could find a picture from the pink party.
The
Uh,
pink party. Yep.
yeah, because if I'm gonna look, I'm gonna look while you talk.
Yes. I think there's one with me and you.
I
And
have to show you all because if you see how her posture and her everything else versus now, it's like night and day. So
night and day.
yeah, so Souhaila, I would love for you to even tell everyone about this new community that we have. I know that you've also had issues in the past with your digestion and food because you do have reactions because of your back, like the flare ups and what have you. But now you've been been using our amazing shakes that have been superfoods. And how has that been going for you? Because you've been using it now for a while, and the girlfriend will message me saying, "I just made my shake and this and that and that." So how about How about you tell everybody else about those yummy shakes that you're all?
Oh, they're absolutely delicious. And yes, I am dancing. I am seeing and truly saying yes to myself, embracing in my church and our beautiful community. But really and not only knowing our bodies and now when I do have those flares, which have gotten so much incredibly better. I
Yes.
know how to take care of and strengthen my own body, which is just amazing. But we are all now collectively, and we learn and grow from each other so much. So we have an amazing community. It's called Body, and well, it's a with one of the largest companies in North America through
Yes.
wellness, and they mindset, nourishment. And there's an app called Growth Day as well, which is amazing. So I'm expanding there. But we have these right now. We are challenging ourselves to really own into the way our gut health, because many times we don't think about that. We just think about what not to do,
Yeah.
what not to eat. But it's the opposite. It's how do we nourish our body, replenish and balance, because our gut health has so much to do with things like beyond just the feelings that we have in our stomach, but it has so much to do with inflammation, with our emotions. And so learning all of that, and these shakes, it's called Shakeology. It is delicious. And there's the vanilla, there's a chocolate, there's the latte, because I love that coffee flavor. And so I have been just feeling great. It's just the beautiful nourishment, because when you nourish your body optimally, and then they have recipes. So they have these little balls that you can make, and then you can do it post workout or just in the morning. And it's great because a lot of our ladies, they're busy, as Camille said, they're busy AF moms, business owners. So it's just so great because they can create these things and just learning how to meal prep so that it's so much easier for your week, and just nourishing your body in an even greater way. And then with that self-awareness, I love to keep a journal with that's what we did too as I've gone through my journey, keeping a journal of how you're feeling with how you're nourishing your body and your movement, and truly gaining that greater awareness and understanding. But really truly believing, when you and loving the you that loving yourself from that love first, and loving the you that you're becoming in that process, but then truly knowing and believing that you're already there. And that's a key shift in your mind. But all of the I ams that I talked about, which I'll share more of, but when you speak that love into yourself, I am strong. And my biggest one, I am love. But as I said, I am worthy. And that's something now that I'm able to share with so much joy in our community, and being able to show others who have been in a similar situation to me, or feel limited because of what they're facing now, that it truly is within them. When you have that clarity, when you have truly we also, it's voice, but I also, that our vision, really, when we have that love for ourselves, when we love into ourselves every day, our strengths, and we truly know what we desire, And then we're able to, align our thought, because our thoughts and our actions. So really putting that loving, that committed action every single day that comes from that deep love for ourselves. And when you truly do that and you develop that your inner me, because our inner me can be our saboteur, but when you
Yeah.
speak that love into yourselves, and during our workouts, Camille and I, but we love music, and I love music, and now I'm able to dance, and I'm able to, but even in stepping into new movement and workouts, and when you step into them, just knowing that you're there, and stepping into new things with that new confidence and grace, because of how you are showing up for yourself first. And then then you truly, those who are meant, you truly can discern, and those opportunities as far as the new relationships in this community that we're building, it aligns, and you truly see, when you know yourself, who aligns with you. And then building in that way is just, it's truly exciting. And thinking about, not like Camille said, not what we lack, but the who,
What we
leaning into
yeah.
the who we're becoming.
You know what? It was like a lady said yesterday, one of my friends said that we did a talk, Amber, said,
Yes,
knowing who you are will allow you to know who you are not. And I think that
absolutely.
is so powerful. I've been trying to
So powerful.
airdrop this because everyone needs to see this change,
Yes.
this transformation I have on my phone. But me and technology, it's just not working out. It's coming and it's going. So I'm gonna try
I have
to
it too,
just put it up.
girlfriend.
Oh my! I want to get this out here because this
We
is.
go and flow, and we get around it by any means necessary.
Let's see. Show and finder. Open. Sesame. Come on. But let's see if I could
I
do
would
it
love,
different.
for you guys to see, just, and the beautiful thing is taking that time, and the really special reason about coming and sharing my story and my journey at 1 year now is that you are, worth that time. You are worth taking that time for yourself to truly understand. And you know, when we start, we have these preconceived notions, and and the programming that we have from ourselves, from social media, and the way we perceive ourselves, and truly making that shift. And over time,
That's me. I'm just trying to get this out
oh,
here.
that's us. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get. I
That was
got it out.
that was when I first met my Camille.
Yes, and I need to show everybody this video. It is phenomenal. I just got to figure out how to show it.
I know.
Really get it here. I just want to see if how to.
We met it through my beautiful, dear, longtime friend of many years from college, and it was just, I just knew in my heart and spirit when we connected. I said,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was around October, and then we instantly connected through through community, and then we met, and then we started last January.
I think I figured it out. I think I got it by Dolly.
Yes.
I think I got it. Everyone, just stay tight. You have to see this video. Hang tight on this video because this is phenomenal. The changes that Souhaila has went through is,
and just thinking back to that night and how I felt, and now how I feel in myself, that love, walking in that love, and grace and joy and confidence and peace. And
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to get this. I'm going to get it open because everyone needs to see this video.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah. So Souhaila, as we're doing this too as well, I just wish I knew technology better, people. Oh, add to photos. Woo woo. Okay, here. Yes. So what I really love about this, Souhaila, is that how much you've become an advocate for yourself. And that's been the biggest improvement and change that I've seen, and I love and I adore. And what can you say to others who may feel like as if they are not ready, or what the limitations on them? What is a thing that you could say about taking action and what that means to you?
Oh my goodness. Yes. This is so huge, and I'm just so excited from the bottom of my heart. Just me sharing my story. You know, you have an opportunity right now, and it may seem from the place that you are that it's too much, that even if you truly give your all, that you can't. But just know, and here, oh,
Okay,
look at us, look at us.
look at this video. I think you guys could see it all. But so look at Miss Souhaila right now. I'm going to drop myself. Let's see if I can. And then just look at this video. And then I have another picture too. So this is Souhaila about a year ago, a year and a bit ago. This is when I first met her, 4 months before she started my program. So
All the way coming to you live from Miami. So where are we? Florida. We got California, we got Toronto, and we have a unionship. We got a sisterhood.
Sister queens,
Yes.
women supporting women. You got this.
We got this. Now let's go. Woo!
That's awesome.
do you see the difference?
Yes. And just it's so powerful for me seeing it, and just going back in my mind to that moment, and really that was key in me saying yes to myself, even though I didn't know it yet, And so what I want to tell others, and now you have, with Camille, my my beautiful wellness designer, our self-image cheerleader. Oh, by the way, I have to say that when we love, when our self-image comes from our own love, we build into it.
Yeah.
It's life-changing. So even though you may feel right now that you may feel like everything, that life is that either with life or with your past or what you're going through right now, know that I hear and I understand, and even though every situation is diverse, that it's that taking that action on yourself is that immediate action, because waiting, if our mind will limit us and say you're not ready, and that's the most powerful thing, is just going ahead and stepping in, and me stepping in, and I remember the word I used in the beginning, that immediate action for myself.
You just say all the time. You know what? It was like a mantra that it was good that you said that, because it was like a mantra that you said.
It was my mantra.
Over again. I just want everyone to see this video again. I wish I could get the picture up, because I have a still picture. So I already sent it to you. I sent it to your phone, so you'll see it there and see the difference.
Yes, I do.
I just
my
gonna
goodness.
put the video again. All right, I'm just gonna put myself down.
Yes, and it's just how I felt, and how I felt in that moment, but knowing truly, and when you have others. Yes, when you have somebody, and I knew instantly when I met Camille, it was that instant connection in heart and soul, and I said to myself, so, oh my goodness.
I'm just so in awe. I have not seen this video.
I'm not too. I really am. I truly am.
And I wish I could put I'm gonna post. Oh, there's my sweats mark.
We were dancing, girl. We were right. I mean, even though I was dancing, even though at that time I was dancing over like this.
Yeah.
And now I'm dancing with my hands out and free. And you know what?
I have videos of that. I mean, I have the pictures of when you were dancing in your posture. But I'm just so looking at these videos. I just have to keep on playing it, because this right here, Souhaila, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You have to remember, yes, you did the work with me here, but at the end of the day, you did the work.
Yes.
I celebrate you. I'm so, so, so proud of you. And here's the video. Let me see if I can.
And it's doing that.
This video here, Souhaila was trying so.
Oh yes, by the pool. Yes.
Yeah. And you remember you couldn't even stand up at that moment. Let me just put this down.
Yep. As you guys see, I'm kind of leaning against Camille, but
because she didn't have the strength to stand up.
and now, developing that strength.
I am so good. I'm so proud of you, Souhaila. I never, ever, ever looked back. I forgot about the videos here.
Yes, I haven't seen that. And now just when you have those images, and what I want people to know is to think about a year, how life-changing a year can be. And then it's a year, what I like to say, it's a year and forever. I love you so much. It's a year and forever. So, and it is that progress in the process, it's, and that was the first thing, was learning that I could be and am always a masterpiece and a work in progress. Oh my gosh. You guys you see my emotions. It's real, because feeling and knowing and truly seeing myself from that night to now.
I'm so proud of you.
So that every day, that 1%, that 365, if you multiply it, what we have within us, it's exponential. And now, that vision that we have, and then when working and working in and doing that beautiful work for yourself every single day, and it, so rather than like I said, rather than the result, that progress in the process, and you will have the ebbs and flows, but it is you are your biggest investment and richest reward. And I was telling, and Camille will tell you this from our conversation a month ago. I always love to write her and tell her my thoughts, but the rewards are the richest. They're richer than anything in the world.
They are, because you know what? Those rewards are lifelong.
Lifelong.
You get to say are exclusive to you, that you are the only recipients of, and that's what's beautiful, because that is your journey, and
it's your own journey, and like I said, the joy in my own journey, and becoming my inner champion. As you know, Camille, we've done that work. I've done that beautiful work on my self-image, and continuing to grow and evolve, and with mindset, with the beautiful M's. But just seeing now, and those in my vision, and that woman that I am, and it's walking in that freedom. And that was my first, remember when I first said, I feel free.
Yeah.
That was that emancipation. That,
you know what, I want to tell people too, that Souhaila used a lot of mantras. She used we did a lot of inner work, where she had to really observe her own thoughts.
Yes.
Eradicate those thoughts. And that's, I'm just so in awe right now. I don't like, can you believe, Souhaila, you got me lost for words, and I love to talk. Because I don't know why I didn't even think about bringing this up earlier, those pictures, until now. And I'm so glad I have 40,000 pictures on my phone. I'm glad I
love it,
because I still had all those videos on there, and to see the visual of the before and after, and it's not even just the physical. Yes, the physical. Let's look at it again. Yes, the physical is definitely has changed. Yes, see the definitely look at the face. But what has changed the most, Souhaila, is the power in your voice.
Yes.
How you speak. You were so timid at this party here. You were in the corner. You could barely even stand up. Your feet, everything was just like, it looked like you could not do. And now it's like you're dancing, you're walking. When I saw you again this past October, my girl was doing lunges, like no problem without. And the best part is she was doing lunges without support. And for her, that's huge. Before, she would have to hold on to stuff, right? She was doing lunges without support. That just shows the power of her core, that core that she thought that, she couldn't eat a lot of stuff. Oh, this is my guess. Even her monthly, all of these things used to be perils in her mind, until she said yes to herself and said, let me try these things. Yes, I'm taking a risk, but it's a risk that's towards me. And I'm so proud of you. I just can't stop looking at those videos. I sent it to you. Especially that still picture is amazing.
Wow.
I just want, and even with this community that we're now a part of, just seeing your growth seeing how you are even doing the work even more to the point where the leaders, we're in the second largest community in the entire company. If you know the company, it's Beachbody. Beachbody is one of the biggest companies in
Huge.
America for wellness. But the part that I love about the community is the mindset part of it. And because the community that we're a part of is exclusive. It's not like as if you could go to Beachbody and say, hey, I'm going to go in this community. This is an exclusive community. You want in, you got to come and talk to me or Souhaila, because this is one that is of amazing women of diverse backgrounds that are all on a mission to feel great. And when we feel great, again, let's look at this video. This video here has nothing to do with the weight as much as
No.
to do with Souhaila feeling great.
Feeling love. This is truly today. This is loving the skin you're in, loving the skin I'm in. And this is what it looks like to love into yourself every single day and to grow and flourish in that love. And like Camille said, it might feel like you're taking a risk because you're stepping into something new, but just know that, it's your journey, that progress in the as I said, progress in the process. That was one of the first things that I learned. And that shifted everything. And, thinking of that butterfly, as you see there, Camille's wearing her beautiful butterfly necklace, because that inner work, but right behind.
Butterfly.
And that, because that inner work, that inner me, that transformation from within, that's where we truly, truly blossom and shine. And we with love and strength, and we strengthen our bodies, but strengthening and loving into our minds, and those loving into our, and when you are in alignment truly with when your mind with that mindset, heart set, soul set. And I like to Camille knows I love language, I speak French fluently, so I love to create acronyms even more. But I'll say, MBS, mind, body, soul, and how I'm loving into myself. And so we share that in community. I love how everybody in showing up for themselves and creating and sharing those ways they're loving into themselves every single day. And we're doing that together. We're sharing. And if, and everyone says if they've had a chat when we have our challenging days, and what I wanted to share about that too is, when I would have those challenges, either a flare with my back or something physical, or it was something outside. Now I'm able to see those times as times of, because of my self-awareness and my growth and truly knowing myself and learning, times of growth and peace. And I'm being able to step back and be the observer of my thoughts, and truly when you're that when you have that alignment with your mindset, and it truly changes everything. So I am in celebrating myself and championing myself today. I am championing all of you to know that truly you do have it within you, that you've got this, and you have all the love and support along with you.
Beautiful, Souhaila. I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of us, because we did this.
I love us. Proud of us.
Yes, but you know what? I'm proud that you decided to say yes to yourself. Wellness truly saved our lives. It saved our lives in so many ways. And the way how we reap the rewards is through the aesthetics. Yes, it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And that's why I call it a year of wellness, because if we just will focus on the external, it's like getting your engine fixed at a car detailer. Exactly. You know your engine's damaged, but you go get your car detailed. It looks fantastic on the outside, but when you go and drive, it's still not working on the inside. But what we do here, the approach of wellness, a year of wellness, is all about knowing and learning about who you are becoming and aligning it with the foods, the workouts, the environments, like your community, and knowing that you have the support on those days where there's adversity. Or even if you just want to exhale and say, you know what, today I ain't doing nothing. And the other girl goes, I'm not either. But you know what, girlfriend? We're going to get back to it tomorrow and I'm going to hold you accountable. Yes, girl, boom, fist bump. That's what it is about having a accountability community. It's not about saying, where are you? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Not about that. It's about understanding that the love that they have for you, the love that they have for themselves is going to amplify us when we do it collectively and together. And that's what I'm so happy that you have spoken your truth, Souhaila. You look absolutely amazing, not even just in the weight. I'm talking about in the smile, the glow, even your hair, everything just looks so flourished and nourished. And I just want to celebrate you. And that's why I'm always about having your voice being heard. And I was like, this girl is killing it in our community. So I need to give her a platform so that everybody can get a taste of this beautiful, beautiful soul that all of us here in our community get to experience. And I get to experience all the time. So I'm so proud of you. A year of wellness has really showed and proved to us that we truly got this. You started off a year. Let's again, everybody. Hey, I just want to say what's up to some of the people here I see in the comments here. I see Coral from across the pond. Yes, Lashikra, I love seeing you. I see Claudia and
oh my gosh, so many beautiful faces from LinkedIn.
Yes, and again, I'm gonna show everyone this video. This is a year ago, Souhaila. Again, she has had back surgery, so her posture, she wasn't able to sit up, and she was about 62 pounds heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Here, just a year ago. And we worked together intensively, not just on the body. The body was that was the little stepping stones. Obviously I would give her maybe she'd do a workout once a week and it would just be slight movements. I wanted body awareness, I want her to be able to change the posture just through her awareness. And then it was forgiving herself, forgiving others, and knowing that, there was one that I can't spill all the beans because that's my program. So we're going to leave it there. If you want to know some of the steps, because there was a process that we did.
Yes.
That was the mind shifting.
Absolutely.
In the program, mind, body, and soul. Absolutely.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. So there was a whole bunch that we did in between there. And obviously in combination with light movements that worked. Again, I always say whatever can't be done can be modified.
Absolutely.
So we modified them, made them fun, dancing on chairs, dancing on top of chairs, sitting on chairs, all different kind of ways. But it was still keeping that body moving. And then, of course, having that community, having the wellness complementing products that maintain the results that you have, and as well as nourishing your body. You've even said, Souhaila, that your a lot of the things that you used to have ailments of have reduced in pain.
Absolutely.
Like even your flare-ups aren't as long as they were. And people, I want to say this part. Souhaila told me one time about a story of, I didn't even know this about Souhaila, that sometimes she could pop off, right? Some people she used to allow other people's behavior to make her go, rah!
Yes.
Right? She told me one time that I think you were at a store or something and somebody bumped you and they were rude or whatever. Mm-hmm. You said your old self would have just boiled up and rah. But instead, you know what? You're just like, I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm great. Thank you. Keep on going. And you felt so good about that you had to report, oh my gosh, that could have made me come home feeling more stressed than I did. But I don't now, because of the fact that you're loving yourself so much that you're not allowing anybody to take a hold of your peace.
No.
Right? And that's another thing too about self-awareness, working into your wellness and knowing that, yes, maybe Souhaila could have eventually figured this out herself, but I don't know what year it would have been or how long it would have taken. And that's the whole joy of being a part of communities, having that, what I call wellness designer. Well, that's who I am. And self-image cheerleader that understands your individual lifestyle, your individual goals, but does not exclude you from anything else. It includes you, and it's just about becoming you. And that's what it's all about here when it comes to wellness. So this has been a fantastic, fantastic conversation. I could go on and on and on. This has been absolutely phenomenal. But I'm just so proud of you, Souhaila. I'm so proud of
you, dearest.
Yes, and
this has been an absolute joy. It's just a tremendous, it's just such a treasure to be able to. And now, just in sharing this experience, in looking back on my own experience, and sharing, just knowing that in my speaking and showing up for myself, celebrating myself in my voice, that, you know, I want those to know that they too really do have this. They really do.
You got this. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's truly
It's about
about
the we. It's about the we, and someone who sees you, and it's about your owning into that core, and then that beautiful process, that beautiful work, and a lifetime of joy and peace, and and forever.
I'm just so proud of you. And I just had to play it again because you are so right. Wellness is so much greater than that. And the wellness
So
is
much greater.
yes, saying yes. And yes, does it cost? But what does it not cost? Right? There's
Does
so
not
much.
cost.
We're always so caught up in the external. We're always so caught up in the facade and all of that. But when actually it really starts internally. It really starts with who you are becoming. It really is. I wish I could get the picture part because even the still picture to see even your body, your neck, in your head. You're like, you gotta show this to your mom. You really.
Oh my gosh, my mom.
She's gonna just be like, wow. I'm doing well. That's why I've been watching it over and over again.
I know. I'm in shock.
Yeah. And even
wow.
the person that you were there, who you've evolved to is just so inspiring. And that's what I'm just so grateful that you have chosen to share your story with all of us. I thank you so very much for taking the time out to stand up, show up, and speak up in the name of wellness because we are on a mission. Both Souhaila and I are on a mission to bring back humanity and peace, one wellness step at a time. But it requires you to take action as well and to invest in yourself. And the investments are so minor versus the results that you get that are major and are lifelong, and the family that you create, the relationships, the connections that you have.
Yes.
You would never, all these women, I would have never even thought of being associates with just because I didn't know. But when you realize that the essence of a woman is the support that we give to each other really does build and elevate us. It does feed into our soul, into our mind, and into our bodies. And let's do this together. Now, I have a great offer that is ending on January 31st. That is a steal of a deal. Not even Souhaila and I get it.
You need to get it. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
Amazing opportunity for all of us to be able to join this community. Now, again, yes, it is in partnership with Beachbody, but you will never be able to get into this community without the access with us because we are sacred for that with this particular community. And we are all about evolving as a collective, coming up with those meal plans, coming up with that support, being our powwows, talking about our wins, our lessons, and our suggestions. It's all about knowing that we don't have to do it alone, that how we feel is valid, and that we can also adjust who we once were. We are human, and the best thing that God has given us is the ability to adapt and evolve, right? We can adapt, but then we can evolve and expand. And as we expand, we need to understand that we need to shift our mind to become that person so that we do the things that we know we need to do without excuse. We find a way. You know, when I started my business, I didn't even have a dollar, a cent to start it. But the passion and the vibration I had, I found it. If I had to ask, I did. If I had to borrow, I sure did. I got it done. Absolutely. And the rewards that have come from that is I've gotten to be with individuals such as Souhaila, an extension community through Body Buy. I love it. And I'm so excited for anyone here that is ready to join us. It's about saying yes. Wellness saved our lives.
And it saved our lives. And it's like she said, it's richer than anything you can imagine. It's our life, it's relationships. So it's your own mind, body, and soul, and that walking with that love. And when you can like the adjustments and the modifications and how you learn. And when you truly are aligned with who you're becoming, and you take those actions are aligned in that love and that deep love for yourself, for your self-image, for your inner you saying yes to you. And you and just I have so much gratitude to be speaking in my voice, to being a testimony to the power and the beauty of real forever wellness, feeling whole, feeling free, yes. So it's not just, this, we look at the outside, but as you see me today, it so just so much better.
Are you getting emotional?
I am. I truly am. But that's okay. And learning to acknowledge our emotions, is so huge and has been so huge in my journey. Like Camille said, that that release, and then reset, like we're talking about now in our community with our gut health, but in every area of our life. So wellness is it's not just in in our bodies. It's in every area of life.
Aspect of life.
The aspect of life, and in our lifelong journey.
Absolutely. And that's why it's called the year of wellness. So, because we are going to spend that year building up in your wellness in all different areas, spaces, and places. Of course, it doesn't have to be a year, but you know what? I always say, and I see from my clients that work with me, they stay because of the peace and the joy, the community, and because it's still, as what Souhaila just said, it's a lifelong journey, and it's so much beautiful and so much more exciting when you have others to celebrate with you. Like one more time for the road. Let's look at this video. Let's just look at one more time.
One more time.
Let's hear what we were saying too. I don't even know what we were saying. It was really loud, but let's go.
My beautiful sisters, queens, yes! All the way coming to you live from Miami. So where are we? Florida. We got California, we got Toronto, and we have a unionship. We got a sisterhood.
Sister queens,
Yes.
women supporting women. You got this.
We got this. Now let's go.
That was
I
awesome.
love it so much.
Yeah. So that, you know what, a great way for us to end that is,
Absolutely.
it's not about you. It's not about me. It truly is
about
about me.
we.
And you are a prime example of why I say that. Because when we start working on ourselves, when we start seeing our worth, we're able to pay it forward with others. And then we actually are moving mountains. We are making differences. The biggest thing the universe loves is when we serve others. And
Yes.
the way that we can serve others is through the experiences that we have had, and to bring them alongside to also step into their greatness. So again, Souhaila, we got to do this again. But we speak all the time, and I'm so excited to see what this next year of wellness brings for you. And I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
putting it out there, I still see you as one of the leaders in this community. So
Absolutely, and just sharing and paying it forward, and because we all have, we are a 1 in a trillion, our uniqueness, and you do that in your own beautiful, passionate way when you truly love into yourself and build into yourself over that time, and then the way that the joy today of being a testimony to others and telling them that yes, and saying yes to yourselves.
absolutely say yes to yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah,
Thank you, Claudia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Claudia.
Beautiful. She's put in the work, ladies and gents. Souhaila has put in the work. And she's had those tears. She's had times where, I had to say, where are you? What's going on? And now, like, she is off to the races. And I really, really, really am excited for all the lives that you are going to change, because you decided to change and evolve in your life. Souhaila, I'm so proud of you. I really am. I really am.
Thank
And
you,
with
my
that,
love.
everyone, we could talk for days and days.
We
but
could.
We gotta respect your time, and definitely share this live out, because it will be saved on my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Oh, not on YouTube. I just realized that. Oh, please. But it will be on my other socials. Definitely save it and share it with others, because we are on a mission for 2024. It's all about wanting more. And the way that we want more is by taking the action that we need to take ourselves in the now. All right. So can't wait.
For that future self, taking those beautiful actions and love.
I have a whole talk on Dear Future Self.
Yes,
in order
absolutely.
to know what all this is all about, again, just go to my website at www.wegotThisWellness, and definitely join this amazing program. We have a promotion where you get a second year for free, $40 off the annual. I'll tell you right off the bat, if you are in America, that is only $223 US. I always say US and Canadian. That is a steal of a deal annually. That's annually. That's not monthly. That's
Annually.
And you get so much of more It's like stop. Like we always look at okay, but how much is we know all the value and all the worth, but then the only thing that we're listening to is how much it costs. Stop allowing that to stop you from getting into your greatness. Money is a material that is given to us as a blessing to be able to do things. Yes, sometimes money does become limited, but when you start walking in your excellence, when you start walking in your abundance, money will always flow to you because you will understand that the ways that you can serve others to earn it right back. But it's
Absolutely.
the discipline and love you put in on yourself first. All right, all. Can't wait to see you all. Can't wait to speak with you all. And can't wait for y'all to meet Souhaila too as well. All
Can't
right.
wait to meet you. And so much love, in the essence of love and the energy of love.
Yes. And so
Love
sorry.
you all.
Yes, I just want to say lastly, do you have any last words before we end off?
Yes, it's like Camille said, I'll just go and flow from where I was, but when it's in that essence and energy of love that has changed and allowed me to truly see myself and in my community, to when you cultivate and take that beautiful time, and when you love yourself first, when I am able to say today, wish with grace, I am worthy. Um, that is the biggest thing that I want to share with you. That my self-image. I'm defining Souhaila today, what she desires. So having a heart that's full. So it means so much more. So now, and even in my church community, I'm creating community. I'm creating new relationships. I'm able to serve, and each of you has you have those unique 1 in a trillion gifts that are given to you. And when you love into yourself, when you give yourself that time, that grace, when you know and understand yourself, it truly is life changing. So it is the most, and like I said, becoming, we talk about the to-do list and the how, but when you become your own why, your own to-do list, and as I want to say one last thing, your own love story.
That part. Girl, you've been doing your homework. I love that. I love that. And if you want what I'm talking about, you got to come and join us in this.
You got to come and join us for more.
She just said there, oh gosh, if only my children would listen to me the way that you have. I'm just joking, not really. But no, I appreciate you, Souhaila, and can't wait again to see you doing even more greater things in your worth. And I love that you really hound on to that the definition. You define who you are. And when you know exactly what Amber says, when you know who you are, you will not. Knowing who you are will allow you to know who you are not.
Where you are not.
Anybody ever says to you, "Oh, Camille, you're this, you're that," that never bothers me because I know who I am. So when someone says that, awesome, I love you, I appreciate you, thank you, bye bye. I don't take it on because I know who I am. Just like Souhaila knows who she is.
That's right.
All right, everyone. Until next week, and same. Well, I do these all the time, so just keep rocking with me. But
keep rocking with me. Keep rocking with us.
Come and join it. Come and join. There's no tell your friends, tell your family cat. No, you can't tell your cat and dog because they can't join because they're just cat and dogs. But everyone else, definitely, let's do this. In 2024, it's all about wanting more.
Wanting more, envisioning more. Absolutely. And taking that beautiful action on yourselves.
All right, everyone.
Love you.
We got this.
You got this. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.